Thursday, March 7th. Now, Ash Wednesday had come and gone. And during that time, we saw a lot of Catholics, a lot of Christians with a little smudge of ash on their forehead, acknowledging that they would come to sacrifice during the entire time of the Lenten season. That's supposed to be like 40 days or so, to match the number of days that Jesus prayed and fasted in the desert, something like that. So Tessie announced that in our house, we would sacrifice by limiting television watching. We'd only watch 1/2 hour a night. Yeah, that worked for a couple of days, and then we all blew it. So then she announced another type of sacrifice. We would limit our desserts, our treats, no Coca-Cola, all of that stuff. And that worked for about another 3 or 4 days. We just weren't good at sacrificing. We didn't quite get it, you see. And so then Tessie announced that she would stop smoking. She would quit smoking for the rest of the time of Lent. And that was a big one. That was a big one. She told us that in Ireland, Ash Wednesday was called No Smoking Day because they actually did that. Really only for a day. But still, she said she would stop smoking for all of Lent. And Walt agreed, because they were both smokers. They both smoked a lot. So he agreed. So Tessie would stop smoking cigarettes entirely for Lent, and Walt said he'd stop smoking his pipe in our house. But at work and out in the world, he would still smoke his pipe. And she said, why are you going to do it that way? Well, Tess, I'm half the Christian you are, so I only have to sacrifice half the time. Oh, what does that mean? Does that mean you only get to go to heaven half the time? Well, yep, because the other half the time I'll be visiting my friends. Well, anyway, Tessie actually tried to give up smoking for Lent, and it made her very irritable, which is why we all were participating in her sacrifice, you see. So us kids at school, we were trade stories about the sacrifice for Lent, and really all of us were doing kind of poorly. We couldn't emulate those 40 days that Jesus, he was in the desert, and he prayed and he fasted. Well, in Ramapo, we didn't have a desert. And we couldn't figure out quite how to fast, but prayers, we had prayers. Just how many times can you say a prayer? We only had 2 or 3 prayers that we memorized, and how many times over can you say them? And Sister Freddie said, you can say your prayers every day 100 times. Well, yeah, sister, but what happens when you lose count? And when you lose count, you start over. Okay, sister. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll do another one tomorrow. See you then.